Violent demonstrations, and experts believe the risk of violence will continue to be high even after Mr. Biden's inauguration. Well, joining us live is Tom Nolan, a former police officer and advisor to the Department of Homeland Security. Tom, thank you so much for joining us. Let me ask you, first of all, how worrying is it that the FBI is having to do security checks on the National Guard?
I think it's due diligence on the part of the FBI. I think given the large numbers of National Guard troops that have been deployed, it's gone from 15,000 originally a week ago to 20,000 and now 25,000. Most of them are armed. So I think out of prudence and an abundance of caution, I think it's wise and an undertaking that will prove, I think, to the overall successful operation and the inauguration going forward, hopefully without incident.
How long has there been this awareness of right-wing groups and sympathy towards right-wing groups within some parts of the police in the United States? And if there has been this awareness, why has nothing been done about it?
Well, the FBI has warned law enforcement that the potential for infiltration on the part of white supremacist groups and right-wing militia groups going back at least a couple of decades in the aftermath of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. So there have been intelligence reports in 2005, that the 2006, the FBI disseminated to law enforcement nationwide the potential for infiltration, the potential for sympathy on the part of law enforcement officers toward right-wing militia groups and toward white supremacist groups. So this is something that is not new in 2021. It's not new since this administration came into power. This goes back some years. And certainly the history of law enforcement in the United States and its association going back through the decades with groups like the Ku Klux Klan. So this is something that is not new, and it's not something that is newly presenting itself in this inauguration.
Talking about the inauguration, what do you think security is going to be like? I mean, it's pretty clear already that it's going to be pretty much something, isn't it? Something big.
It's without precedent in our recent history, and we're in virtual lockdown in Washington, D.C. We've got 4,000 D.C. Metropolitan Police officers. We've got 2,000 Capitol Police officers. Additionally, we've got the Park Police. We've got the National Guard, as we mentioned earlier. So the presence of law enforcement and its footprint, as well as the military, is significant. And I think it will, I'm optimistic that it will discourage anyone from coming to at least the U.S. Capitol and with the intent of disrupting the inauguration.
You're a former advisor to the Department of Homeland Security. What advice would you give to the authorities in the next coming days?
Just to urge people to continue to remain calm, to remain vigilant. I know that the National Guard are going repeatedly through drills and trainings, as well as the police officers who are assembled there. So I think that to remain calm, to remain vigilant, to be aware of your surroundings, and to be on the alert for any kind of deviations from the norms. And I know that they're being trained on various tactics and strategies here. So I think that in 48 hours' time, I am hoping that we will have a successful outcome here in Washington, D.C.
Okay, Tom Nolan, it's been good to talk to you. Thank you.
Good to talk to you, too. Thank you.